CX360 is a solution that is supposed to help you capture answers your customers' thoughts, feelings about the brand, the product, the services in a very easy, user-friendly, and fully automated way. It's a really nice and comprehensive solution, very flexible and very powerful. Of course, most of the time you want your customer feedback experience to be rather short, sweet, and simple, but with the engine and Nebu interviewer behind that solution, the sky is the limit. So I want to make it clear that you have all the flexibility in the world regarding the design of your questionnaires and its complexity. And the solution is offering a fully automated flow for your customers. It's completely GDPR compliant. It allows for custom branding. I would like to start with showing you the basic scope of what we are offering within CX360 degree solution. So there are three main components of our solution: the sample management, the multi-mode data collection, and the reporting and case management. So basically the flow we are offering, that of course can be tailored to your custom solution, the basic flow is that you get access to a sample management online tool that allows you to upload your sample, to duplicate your sample, create and maintain blacklisting, send invitations to email, SMS, all sorts of possibilities here we offer, and track your basic project progress reporting. Then we move to the data collection part, and here we offer fully responsive questionnaires, meaning looking really good on any kind of a device. So doesn't matter if it's a web questionnaire or a mobile questionnaire, it's all included in the offering. Of course, we can easily adjust the look and feel to the particular corporate identity. The really popular aspect is that the questionnaire are and can be multilingual, so you can conduct your CX program across countries. And optional, you can conduct a mixed mode interviewing within this solution. So, for example, you can easily add a kiosk mode to allow your respondents to give some additional answers at a particular venue, for example. And another quite a unique feature, not every CX solution allows you to actually close the feedback loop with Kpi interviewing right away, which our tool as an option also can provide. The last element, reporting and case management, allows you to get and deliver, create multiple deliverables. For example, interactive dashboards. I will present, of course, some of the cases. PowerPoint presentation, report. You can create hierarchical filters. You can create different benchmarks, and you have ability to work with access control. So different users can get different access levels to your dashboards. Within the tool, you can actually do some basic data processing, some cleaning, recoding. You can do weighting. You can create custom variables as well. You get access to case management that includes also escalation process and how to handle that part. You get possibility to create data triggered alerts and push notifications. You also get access to customer history, so you can actually track what's happening with a particular respondent over time with their answers. So this is the high level flow, and during the presentation I will guide you through all of those all of those parts. So from here, let me go to the solution. So what you see here is the basic view of the sample management module, and from here you actually you work with your flow, your CX flow directly from that screen. So it opens on the basic project progress reporting. Here you have access to your dashboard. This is the actual 360-degree result dashboard. I will guide you through that. And here we have access to a test questionnaire. I will show you the questionnaire later on. And let's start with a sample management screen. So as you can see, I have my sample here. First, I would like to show you how you can adjust the view of the main screen. So, for example, I will remove email from that overview, and it's gone ahead. That makes also all the fields to be contained within the screen. If you decide to see more variables, you can always scroll to the right to see everything. One thing worth mentioning at this level is that within this CX 360-degree solution, we offer you to create also some limitations on what people can see, what are the access rights. But the main screen of sample management is set up per project. So everyone that has access to your sample management to that particular project will see the same screen. From here, I would like to also mention that this is where you create your custom variables towards your sample. You can do it directly from here. You can of course name your sample, your custom sample. You have a few data types here, so really a lot of flexibility in those terms. And from here, I would like to start the demonstration with actually importing some sample. I've pre-prepared a file with a few records. I will go further. So as you can see here are columns that are recognized from the file, including two actually custom property, unsubscribed and blacklisted. And what I can do, I can drag and drop the columns to match them, or I can just auto-match. And most of the time, if you use the right names, it's gonna happen automatically. Custom fields are also being recognized. I will just go ahead and import those records. And these are the records I have imported. From 35 and 40. Here, I would like to show you how you can edit more than one property at the same time. So you can just highlight the ones you wish to update. Maybe I will just add a language for them as English. As you can see, the information has been updated. I would like to show you how easily you can deduplicate your sample. And what I will do first, because with the duplication, you have a few options. You can select based on which fields you would like to deduplicate your sample, and also whether you want to just remove it or deactivate. So in case of this coffee demo to records, I would like to remove the records. I would like to remove the records if all of the variables all the conditions are met. So the company name is the same, the name is the same, email and phone number. And actually, in case of that sample that I have uploaded into my project, those conditions are only met, I think, with number 39 and 40. Let's see. I will remove the sample. And indeed, number 40 has been removed, and I will further the duplicate sample. I will deactivate all the sample that have a phone number, name, and company of the same values, and we should get a smaller number here among the sample properties I've added. And indeed, 2 of them are deactivated. What I would like to do further is I would like to show you how we invite people to the questionnaire. So I have I want to show you I have just like an empty inbox with a Gmail account I have created for the purpose of that presentation, and I think it's CX360 Manager. So I will just manually add a sample record right now, CX360 Manager. As I did some testing, I will use this hack that Gmail allows. If you add plus and some numbers, all the emails will land in the same inbox, but it's recognized as a separate one. I will name it test sample case. And here I will already mention that that record is not blacklisted, not unsubscribed. Let's add that record. And in the meantime, every minute I have an email schedule, so the email will arrive soon. And I also want to show you that actually you can also manually or in a mass edit action change at any point. For example, the result, the status of a deactivated sample by just going to the edit mode and confirming it's a new number. Yeah, all back and usable. And this is the email I've just received, a new one. Of course, the look and feel, the content of the email, this is something that you can specify. You can create the necessary information and files for you. And from here we go to the questionnaire. It's of course a closed questionnaire with an encrypted link included, generated to the email. So yeah, that's a fully responsive questionnaire. I will be able to show you the questionnaire now. Maybe you will be able to test it yourself on the mobile later on. I'm gonna share as much information in the follow-up flow as I can. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we created this Stay demo. The implication is that we have a chain of hotels. So we are owner of a chain of hotels, and we want to measure the satisfaction of people visiting the hotel. We have created some logic. There are a few touch points. There's like a customer journey. So we start with checking, rating the check-in process. The scope here for the answer is that either way a respondent agrees, disagrees, or just doesn't know. But of course, it's up to you if you want to keep it like that. If you want to use any other rating, this is all easy for us to customize, tailor that for you. Here we rate the guest rooms, the capabilities of our guest staff, if it was friendly, if available to solve problems, the food and dining offer. So really you just design your customer journey. Most of the time you know much more about it than I, so I don't want to go into too much details. Yet we have a lot of specialists that can also help you to design that flow and design the customer journey if that's something that you would like to further. Everything was perfect. I really miss traveling. And here we also allow respondents to leave the contact details if they want to be contacted further, or make sure that they don't leave any data if they wish not to. So this is our questionnaire, and from here I would like to present what is happening in the next step. So we have uploaded our sample. We have invited our respondents. As you can see, there's also indication that the status of the questionnaire is completed, interview completed, the date, all the information are here. And now it's the time to actually start looking into the collected data into the dashboard. So as I mentioned, we have the flow of this demo questionnaire is that we own a chain of hotels. We have hotels in Amsterdam, London, and Berlin. So it's also up to you if you want to see all of the venues, or maybe you want to create some restrictions. For example, manager of an Amsterdam hotel will only see that one. So what you can see here is a basic KPI dashboard with the most important KPIs in the corner. So how people people feel, if they feel welcome, and what is the overall experience. You can filter that based on your location. You can see the overall scores. So that's really up to you. So KPIs here and some further a performance indication with already a little bit of more insights just below. So you can see there are those main steps of our customer journey, the main touch points we want to measure. So for this case, for our Staylax demo, it's the experience at the reception desk, in a room, the food and dining, and guest staff. So here, this screen already allows you to see on a high level what is happening in your hotels. For example, you might notice that the room service, that score is not looking that good, and you can use those indications to actually improve the quality of your service provided in the hotel. But this gives you already a high-level indication, but you need to be able to look a little bit deeper into data, especially into trends, to validate if the actions you're taking are relevant. And this is what is available for you in the Trends tab. So in the Trends tab, you can actually go into a little bit more specific information regarding the results of your CX program. So we were looking into room service, right? We were looking into room service and what is happening here. So you can see that apparently looks like perhaps in August you've made some good steps, because in September the rating really got higher. Or what you can, for example, also look in at the reception staff touch point. Clearly, there is something not good happening. So your visitors were really not happy in July. But then again, perhaps you created some kind of internal workshop. You shared knowledge about how your staff should be welcoming your customers, and clearly it led to really amazing results in August. But then again, you can see that the trend is already going down. Perhaps you have to organize those trainings on a more regular basis. So those trends allow you to really go a little bit further, deeper into your data. It's still high level, but very much to the point to guide you to increase your customer experience. And then if you want to take it even further along to really go into the closing of this customer journey, feedback journey element, you go into your case management. In case management, again, you are able to look into details per particular venue, or to see all of the records. And case management allows you to go into details of every single answer given by a respondent. Of course, you have a lot of filtering possibilities. so you don't want to overwhelm your people. And what you can see here, it's fully, this is something that can be fully customized towards your needs. So what we can see in this high-level overview, in case of our questionnaire, our demo, I am curious to see those KPIs. So what is the overall experience, and if a person felt welcome or not. And then I can go into details of every single response. So I see the touch point rating. So in our case, we use the scale of agree, don't agree, and doesn't know. So if there is a missing item, it's an indication the person really didn't have an opinion about a particular item. Otherwise, don't agree, agree. You can see all your open answers given by a particular person. Here, your team can actually indicate if someone is working on a particular case. Of course, include some comments. I try to call them. Couldn't reach. I will try tomorrow. And what is also available here is that your team can already assign a particular voucher to hand over to people to actually convert your maybe not so happy customers into very happy customers. You can specify to whom the email needs to be sent, the voucher needs to be sent. What is also quite important is that you can also create an escalation. So, for example, this person is actually from a really key company, like one of our biggest clients, and it's like a fourth time that they are very unhappy about the bedding, and it's really terrible for us, and it turns out that it's like much beyond my level. Like maybe my manager needs to reach out, or a manager of this particular hotel needs to reach out to them because they are really a key client. So I can also create an escalation, match key client. And from that moment, I will show right away that this will be a case filtered and marked as needed for escalation. So a person with a higher access level will be notified and will be able to look into details, having all that knowledge about a particular case in the background. And what is also very cool that a particular person working on a case can also add it to the knowledge base. Sometimes when there is like a custom solution offer, the very unique situation, it really helps to share that knowledge across your team. So this can be also done on this level. And I would also like to mention that that part, perhaps, as you can see, it's status in progress and escalation is required. This is also a high-level filter, for example, for a manager to just filter all the cases that actually needs escalation. And what I want to mention is that maybe not all of you already have a capability to close the feedback loop. So I also want to mention that this part is available, but it's not necessary. You can also limit for now the scope of your CX program, or only to really enabling you to measure the continuous customer experience, not necessarily already closing the feedback loop. And as I mentioned, there are also a lot of possibilities to keep the scope of this closing of the loop even further, including some additional data sources like a kiosk mode at the venue, or perhaps even a CATI interview as a follow-up if needed. So yeah, I think yes, I'm really on time. I still have 2 minutes.